Faith's 30th birthday started like any other. She imagined laughter, cake, friends raising glasses, small surprises. Instead, the house felt tense the moment she walked in. 40 chairs lined up neatly in the living room. A microphone stood on a small podium. A huge banner read, "Family Intervention for Faith." Her stomach sank. Her mother, perfectly poised, smiled but with an edge sharp enough to cut glass. "Happy birthday," she said slowly, eyes calculating. Felt like a trap. Her father cleared his throat and began reading a list. Mistakes Faith has made since childhood. Names, dates, events, small and large, laid bare as if her entire life was open for judgment. Her sister pulled out a phone, TikTok recording ready, trying to capture every reaction for the world to see. Faith's heart raced. Shame, fear, yes, but anger too. She had always been calm, composed. But tonight she had a secret weapon. A phone tucked discreetly in her pocket, recording the room silently. Every accusation, every sneer, every judgmental glance, all captured. She didn't interrupt. She didn't argue. She stayed seated, smiling politely, pretending compliance. Guests murmured. Awkward glances exchanged. Some whispered to each other, unsure how to react. But Faith knew exactly what she would do. Her mother accused her of selfishness, of always putting herself first. Her father lectured about irresponsible choices. Her sister laughed at a joke she had recorded for TikTok. And Faith listened, eyes steady, voice calm, heartbeat controlled. Because tonight was not just about humiliation. It was about exposure. A lesson years in the making. She waited for the perfect moment. The microphone crackled as her father droned on. Guests fidgeted, shifting in their chairs. Faith sipped her drink, calm as a lake in the early morning. Her mind raced, but her face remained still. She waited for the right moment, the moment when silence would amplify her revelation. Then, with a subtle nod to herself, she pressed play on her hidden phone. The living room filled with sound, recordings of her mother's conversations, her father's whispered lies, her sister giggling over secrets they thought were safe. Faces went pale. The first clip revealed her father discussing money he had hidden from family members. Gasps. Then, a recording of her mother boasting about stealing small heirlooms from relatives. Whispers. The sister's TikTok video? Already exposed in Faith's playback. Guests covered mouths, eyes wide. What is this?" someone whispered. Faith finally stood. Her voice steady, commanding. "This is everything you tried to hide. Every lie, every secret, every betrayal. All recorded." The room froze. Her mother stammered. That's not." Her father's face went red. "Faith, you can't." But Faith continued. She played the most damning clips last. Affairs, hidden accounts, stolen jewelry. One by one, the relationships in the room crumbled. Her father's business partner stood up. I had no idea." Her mother's close friend whispered apologies. Guests exchanged awkward glances. The sister, frozen with her phone still recording, realized she had underestimated her sister completely. Faith walked slowly across the room. Eyes met every single person there. "No one expects the quiet one to strike with precision," she said softly, almost smiling. "But that doesn't mean you get to humiliate me in front of everyone." Silence. The room felt smaller. The power dynamic had shifted. Faith's calm composure had turned the tables. The air was thick with tension. Her birthday cake sat untouched on the side. No one cared about it anymore. They were too busy processing the exposure. Faith didn't gloat. She didn't shout. She simply stood there, letting the recording speak for her. Every whisper, every lie, every betrayal laid bare. Some guests left immediately. Others stayed stunned, unsure how to proceed. Faith finally addressed the room. I didn't come here tonight to destroy anyone. I came here to reclaim my dignity, to show that being underestimated doesn't mean being powerless. Heads nodded slowly, realizing the truth. Her sister's phone slipped from trembling hands. Faith didn't touch it. She didn't need to. The lesson was clear. You cannot control what others say about you, but you can control how the truth is revealed. By the end of the night, 6 relationships had ended. Some quietly, some loudly. But Faith walked away with more than revenge. She walked away with respect, power, dignity, and the knowledge that she could withstand betrayal without losing herself. Her mother approached later, voice softer now. We never realized. Faith smiled faintly. Perhaps next time, words alone won't be enough to teach a lesson. Guests whispered among themselves. They had witnessed a quiet revolution. Faith's birthday had turned into a revelation. Not just for her family, but for everyone present. Sometimes patience and strategy speak louder than anger. Sometimes silence and preparation are more powerful than confrontation. Faith realized something else. The moment you let others underestimate you, you hold the power to expose the truth exactly when they least expect it. By midnight, she stood alone in the quiet house. The banner still read "Family Intervention," but it no longer mattered. Her parents' smiles were gone. Her sister avoided her gaze. Faith felt a sense of calm that she had never felt before. The chaos, the humiliation, the betrayal, all had been transformed into lessons. She had not needed to yell. She had not needed to retaliate with anger. She had let the truth do the work. And it had. Faith knew that from this day forward, she would never again be underestimated. The quiet ones, the overlooked, the underestimated, they hold the sharpest power when patience meets preparation. The house was silent, but Faith felt lighter than ever. She had faced betrayal, humiliation, and manipulation, and had turned it all into proof of her strength. 6 relationships had ended that night, but more importantly, she had reclaimed her voice. Her parents avoided her gaze, but she didn't need their approval anymore. Her sister, embarrassed, finally understood the cost of underestimating someone she thought she controlled. Faith smiled softly. The birthday she had dreaded had become the night she proved her worth. She realized that revenge wasn't about anger. It wasn't about shaming anyone. It was about strategy, patience, and letting the truth speak for itself. She had been underestimated, mocked, and filmed for entertainment. And yet, she walked away respected, composed, and victorious. If you enjoyed this story, like this video and subscribe for more powerful family drama and underdog triumph stories. Have you ever been underestimated or humiliated by your own family? Comment below. I want to hear your stories. Sometimes the quiet ones are the most powerful. Faith's story shows that dignity, patience, and cleverness can turn the tables without raising your voice. Never let anyone underestimate your worth.